Survived so far. Hopefully you did too. Cheers to that. It's definitely not my regular time to go, so we'll give everybody a few minutes to figure out that I did go, or am going, or whatever the the way you want to say that is. We're gonna get into the tumblers tonight. Today's the day to change the grit. I hate that thing back there. And there's some stuff in there. Ah! Hi there. There's some stuff in there from AZ. Or Soul had sent it. And one or maybe two rocks in there from Bear. And in the other tumbler is some stuff from Jeff and from Jennifer. So I'm excited to see what everything's looking like. The one finishes today and the other one has one more week. And then we're going to load it up with a whole bunch of stuff from AZ Rock Counting Expeditions. So we have a little bit of work to do tonight. Happy to be doing it. And happy Friday the 13th. We made it so far. Okay. Ma, talk amongst yourself. Looks like there's a couple lurkers in there. I'm going to run upstairs and grab the barrels really quick. That'd be step one in getting this show going. Okay, I'll go. Jack's here. Hello. Ah, thank you, Ma. And Brian's here. And Julie's here. Welcome, everybody. Yeah, we get to have a little sneak peek of what Brian and Julie's stuff looks like when it's tumbled. It's got one more week. No, it finishes tonight. It finishes right now. It's finished. Ooh. Yeah, so hopefully everybody's Friday the 13th wasn't too bad. I ignored the fact really hard today and managed to kind of skate by rather unharmed for the most part. I didn't even notice, said the opal guy. See how you are? Welcome. Cheers to that. Bob's is here. Am I not seeing all of the chat? And the lava bison's here. It's a lovely day now. I clicked did the wrong button. I want to see all chat. There we go. All right, much better. Sorry about that. I had to fix that before we got going too much. This is a dirty job, but someone's got to do it. All right, let's get you guys in the kitchen. I just got off work. I didn't really have a chance to tidy up the kitchen, but here we go. Oh, Brian also didn't even realize it was Friday the 13th. I tell you what, if you work with the public, you sure do know. Guess who works with the public? Anybody watching in the chat who doesn't know, I know most of you guys know, but if you're watching and you don't, do not rinse tumbler grit down your drain. It's real, real bad for your drain. And you do want to do a good job rinsing it so you don't cross-contaminate grits from one barrel to the next. That's gonna be the stuff. I think this is stuff from Brian and Julie in here. Hopefully you guys are working while you're watching too, doing some kind of project this Friday night. That's one down. Oh, buddy. There's some pretty stuff in here. So some of this, again, came from Seoul. And so I don't know where else she got it from, but some of it I do know came from Brian and Julie. Like, I do think that one did. We'll have a look at these two together. I think pretty sure this one did also. That one needs to hit the shaker. That's freaking gorgeous. Ma's gonna love that. It's a triangle, but it's got attitude. Look at that one. Super duper pretty. Ooh, I love this. So yeah, we'll have to try to decide if we know where any of this stuff came from, all of this stuff came from, none of this stuff came from. Let's put you and you and you in the shaker. And we will talk about what I do in my shaker too here in just a second. All right, some of those are my rocks. Really cool. Oh my good golly. Oh yeah, that one's got to go in the shaker. It's got a big bug in it. Here's another nice triangular shaped one. Ma. By the way, I noticed today, there was like a, what did it say? It didn't say bah humbug. It just said humbug, and hum backwards is ma. Spell it H-U-M, humbug, ma bug. Is she feeling like bah humbug this year, I wonder? Or is she more like feeling like Santa Claus with her Santa exchange thing going on. There's a tiny triangle, Ma. Oh my goodness, this is delicious. This is juicy and delicious. Ah! Oh, drop count 1. My poor little thing doesn't fit in here like it should. Moving right along these pretty quickly. I'd usually probably scrub them just a little nicer than this, but these aren't going into another batch. These are done. And so I'm just trying to kind of get through them quick so we can take them into the other room and look at them on the, looking the right way. Let's see. Trying to pick out the stuff that needs to go in the shaker so we can get it going. Stay there. Okay, the shaker. Hi, Patricia. So far, there's just some tap water in there. I like to use the pumpy kind of dish soap, and I like to give it about 1 pump. And then if they've got a lot of like that calcite-y junk on the outside of them that, you know, dissolves in vinegar, then I go a little bit vinegar strong. When I just want them to shine up and be pretty and clean up, I go ahead and use a, you know, a little bit of a fair bit of alcohol. I just dumped what was left in that bottle in there. And here goes a little bit of vinegar. And so there's my trio, my trifecta. Some dish soap, some isopropyl alcohol. We'll cap those up. We'll get them shaken. We'll come back around to the rinse-o-matic here. By the way, Ma, I keep all these little broken bits for you. That sound, she says. I have a whole little jar of tiny broken bits. Les is here. Welcome, Les. And just for Ma. Let's see, that one kid probably will just throw him in the shaker. He looks like he didn't quite get clean. The rest of those are looking pretty good, though. Oh, me, oh my, oh, apple pie. Such pretty stuff. You'll have to just take my word for it until we get over to look. It's a money. All right, here we go. All of you have your rock toothbrush, right? Your designated rock toothbrush that lives at the sink, or maybe in AZ's house it lives at the bathtub. Right? Everybody's got their rock brush. Maker. Oh my goodness. Oh shoot. These are pretty. Wow. Oh my gosh. These are nice. And Josh is here. Welcome, Josh. Yeah, the saw actually still has it rocking. Come on up, Bison, and chop it up. That needs to hit the shaker-matic. Oh, these are great. This is a nice mix of hard and heavy agate here. This is great. And Petwoods, woohoo! Oh my gosh, is that my rock or? Oh, that's the bass end of Malawi. I was like, holy cow, did I find that? No, I didn't. Let's see, these are over here. Don't get them all mixed up. Oh my goodness, we should definitely let J&V know that I'm doing stuff with their rocks, and it's real pretty stuff. Pull out the rest of mine here. Let's see. Oh yeah. There's Joseph's rock. He's got one in the mix. Bob's Rocks is here. I missed a comment. I am missing a lot of comments. I'm sorry. When I get back over to the desk, I'll catch a lot more of those. I'm in my zone. Like I say, I'm just trying to kind of powerhouse through these so that we can go look at them. If you want to see it, go ahead. Soul's here. Hey, Soul. Yeah, welcome, Josh. Glad you could make it. Oh my goodness. And there's the end of that tumbler. So we got, oop, oopie doop. It's all backwards and weird. A bunch of, oh, this little tiny guy is banging stuff from J&V rock hounding in here. Let's see, we'll probably put a few of these through the Shake-O-Matic as well. All right, let's get these other ones out. Get the other ones out, put the new ones in. Push the button and let's begin. Ha ha ha. Pretty stuff. Let's see. Here's an AZ rock. Boom, baby. Oh, I can't wait to go look at those. Yours leaned up against it. Actually, we'll just go ahead with these. Going in, definitely going in. Definitely going in the shaker, shaker, shaker. All right, in they go. I've got just a few more here. We're almost ready to go look at them. Oh my goodness. Hey. Oh, Soul, some of this stuff you sent me, I am so excited. It doesn't seem like it should even be done yet, does it? It seems like it happened really fast. Okay, here we go. Get you guys kind of in the right spot. Do a zoomy thing. And let's just start looking at these. Holy cow, Soul. I'm pretty sure that's one you sent me. In fact, I think... Where's Bear's Rock? I pulled 2 rocks out of this that were not progressing good. One of them was Bear's, so this is Bear's Rock. And they're not quite dry yet, but they're getting there. I'll give him a little rub on the towel. And I'd say it's some kind of chert, but it's purty. Uh-oh. Hopefully we're not having audio issues. Holy cow, Soul, look at the shine that thing took. Wow. Let me dry the other side off too. I don't know what kind of agate that is or where it came from, but it looks like a jelly bean now that it came out of the polisher. Yeah. What else is in here? Soul sent this. I know she did. Maybe she didn't. Maybe I just said it would. Oh yeah, I think she did. And there's one that of my stuff that I put in. I think mine is Chert of Shim Short. I also like them. Are you talking to me, Brian? Let's look at all these little bits. I'm going to try and dry them off as we go that Soul sent. Let me figure out too why my laptop isn't on. There we go. Is there any more of that? Yeah, those turned out really cool. And I'm sure that those are objects of Ma's desire. There was 2 of these. Here they are. I think I remember Soul saying something about these. These were from Karen. These little cuties were a piece of Karen's rock, but I could be really wrong. And they might not even look familiar to Soul anymore now that I've chopped them and rolled them and shined them up like little jelly beans. Yeah, it's really pretty. Let's see, what else is in here? Another little piece of that stuff of mine. So we'll sideswipe him really pretty quickly. Here's a piece that Soul sent. And let's see. Excuse me. Kind of trying to like save Brian and Julie's stuff here kind of for the end. Anyway, this piece turned out cool. And they look so clean, I don't even recognize them, she says. Here's a bunch of my stuff that I put in this batch. just some pet woods and I don't know, other things, little jaspers and and some like moonstone or feldspar, you know, feldspar. Anyway, this was kind of a neat color for feldspar, a kind of like solid butterscotchy color. A little flashy flash there. Some more stuff that I found that I just snuck in there to, just to, you know, mix things up and oop, that might be an AZ rock. There's another nice little feldspar. There were a lot of cab pieces in this load, and that's great and all, but they'll get stuck to the bottom of the tumbler and one side will polish more than the other, or they'll get stuck to each other and they really just don't polish nice. So it's important to get a bunch of these other shapes and pieces, and so that when you're tumbling, you don't just get a bunch of stuck together cab pieces. So I do throw a bunch of this in, and it's not necessarily with the anticipation that it's going to come out miraculous or anything. This is some stuff I love that I find up here. It's literally just put in to fill the tumbler with the right sizes and kinds of material to get a good polish. So there's all the little stuff that went in, like I say, just so that those cabs didn't roll around on each other and nothing but each other. Haha, little tiny guy. Ma. Now we'll start pulling over some AZ stuff here. Oh, that's cool. I tried to wipe that dry again, and that is actually the pattern in there. That's wicked. Oh, that's cool. Hey, Rufo. Glad you were able to stop in and say hi. Hope you're having a wonderful time. I just had to blow this bot hole a little bit. Sorry about that. Literally. I just gave it a little blow in the bot hole to try to dry it out a little faster. But we'll zoom in on and look on some of these. I'm not sure that's AZ stuff, but it is a piece that Cheryl sent, that Soul sent. So we're just kind of throwing the last of these up on the view ski for everybody here. Oh. There was a considerable amount of hair on that dishcloth. That one's super fun. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we kind of started looking here. Let's go ahead and finish looking here. That is a pretty piece. There's so much love going around in the chat right now. Aw. So much love. Somebody should hit the hearts. I'll do it. Do, 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 do. And I think this and this might be similar material, if not the same material. But those are cool. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Look like jelly beans. Super cool. Oh, see, we should have blew that bot hole out a little. He still a little wet inside. We kind of looked at that one. Let's go ahead and do that thing. I can't see if we're in focus. We are. Looks good. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's hard to put that one away. Let's look at these other flat ones first, and then we'll Oh my gosh. This is AZ stuff here. Yeah, the last stuff does look like graveyard to me as well. Goodness sakes. Oh, shoot, you guys. Oh, there's a little tiny sparkly bottle right there. And another one right there. Yeah, that's some pretty stuff. Look how sparkly it is. Yeah. Oh, and all of that beautiful ribboning and swirls and oh, it looks scenic. Yeah. Oh, look at that. Yeah, that's so cool. Yeah, microscope. Those are as close to cabs as I care to get them right now. I mean, I have lots more of this material that I'll be cutting and playing with, and I may very well cab some of it, but for now I'll just wire wrap some of these rougher pieces or drill and put a little pinch clasp in them. Those are close enough. Wow. That's cool. No, not so very much, Soul. I mean, once in a while, there's some identifiable bits in there, but for the most part, it's just kind of like scuzzy, powdery, gross stuff that comes off the rocks. That's beautiful. Dang, that's pretty. And again, another AZ rock hounding expedition rock for sure. Trying to get the bot hole to sparkle. It wants to, it's, excuse me, still too wet. Needs a little blowy. Yeah, they don't sparkle as nicely when they're wet as they do when they're dry, but yeah, you can see it's in there. Oh, that is so cool. I just, sorry, that chuckle came out loud because I just had the thought of Brian telling me on my last show to go ahead and wet the rock so we could see the detail. Look at that one sparkle for us. He was like, go ahead and wet the rocks so we can see all the color is hiding. Holy cow, I don't need to wet the rock tonight, do I? Like I say, what a neat little preview of, like, I have a lot of more of this material from them that a ton of it is going to hit my tumbler. And, you know, some of it I may, thank you, Soul. Some of it I may give away and some of it I may, you know, do other things with. But, oh, man. I may cab. I may... Soul! Thank you so much. And thanks to Soul for sending me all this stuff so we could get such a cool, like, sneak preview. Holy shnikey. Holy shnikey. Oh, Brian. Thank you. You get a saw blade ring, too. A ring-a-ding on the old saw blade. Guys, you guys are great. Yeah, I super love their stuff. It is fancy in all of the right ways. It's fancy in all the ways you want it to be. That is just the bee's knees. I love that. I love that. Yes. Oh, I get to give you guys hearts too. I did the likey thing, but what? I get to do it twice? Heck yeah, I'm doing it twice. All right, we got another barrel of stuff that has one more week to go. Please stay hydrated. I'm gonna have a swig real quick. Karen, you guys, happy Friday the 13th. If it hasn't been a happy one for you, I hope it is now. All right, guys. Cheers. I love the depth of viewable too. Okay, let me go grab the other barrel and we'll have a quick peek at those. Excuse me. And Josh. Josh is doing the cool things too. Way to go, you guys. Yeah. Josh, I'm gonna ring it for you too. Heck yeah. All right, here we go. Oops, you don't want to see my old dirty washcloth I'm going to use to dry these off, do you? I see these purple ones right on top, so we'll look at them first. And again, these have one more week to go, so they're not quite as awesome as some of, excuse me, that last batch that was completely finished. So you have to kind of use your imagination what they're going to look like when they're finished. I should maybe even just go ahead and leave them wet. This one's cool. It's got a hole all the way through. I decided to go ahead and I know a lot of people who, like I say, take their tumbling really seriously would call that a grit grabber and not do it. But I'm putting it in between the ultrasonic in between grits. And so I fear a lot less grit contamination than I would have if I was just scrubbing it with a toothbrush. Here it is wet. A little more what it might look like when it comes out. But yeah, I figured heck with it. Let's give it a try. I mean, I know those are kind of grabby guys, but they went in the ultrasonic in between. So hopefully we got them good and clean. Find a spot to set these aside so we don't have to look at them all twice. Oh, these are just too cool. Is that a pear right on top? I think it is. So we'll look at them together. Some Malawis that Jeff and Vicky sent. Oh my gosh. Oh, those polish up nice. But the outsides are getting pretty too. I'm sorry about that, guys, that your audio is being goofy. Hopefully it's, those are 23s some. What? Pretty little things. Those are going to be great next week when they're done. I can't wait. I'm excited. And I'm excited because, again, we just emptied the barrel of the stuff we just looked at. So there's an empty barrel, and I've been busy cutting Brian and Julie's stuff to put in there. So we're going to load that up as soon as we're done looking at this. Woohoo! Nice little piece of agate. Looks like Montucky. Probably is Montucky. Probably in there just for filling her up. There is some of my stuff in here, some local stuff. This is a local rock. Some kind of churty thing. This is a local rock. Again, it's kind of a game, you know, balancing game. There's some slabs in here, and just like this, look, that one is stuck to the other one, and you don't want that to happen when you're tumbling. There are a crap load of these. Let's look at those in a minute. Ma was working a piece of a cab one night that I thought looked remarkably similar to this material, and since I had it out, I thought I'd go ahead and tumble it. Probably a bit big for my tumbler. I didn't care. I did it anyway, or am doing it anyway. Watch me do it anyway. It's a little bit more pink to the eye than it's showing here on camera, but I've got a few more slabs of that, and that's the only one I've been brave enough to do anything with so far. I swear there's a few more of those in here. Where'd they go? Well, there's at least one more. And there's the end. Boop, boop, boop. Looks like we're missing one. This is that piece of Montucky that I'm pretty sure Ma picked out. Ooh, is it gonna iris? And I was like, I'm making money as I sliced them off. I was like, Karen was making her little coral coins, and I can't call them like agate coins. That just doesn't sound as fun. So I called them money for Ma. And those are turning out very nice. I can't wait to see those again in a week. Those are gonna be awesome. Yeah, well, they're agate coins, I guess. But yeah, in my world, they're money. What else am I grabbing out of here? Whoa, dropping back in there, I guess, is more like it. Oh, here's some more local stuff. There's a pet wood and a banded shirt. There's another local rock, another pet wood. Here's another local rock. I don't know what it is. I knew it'd take a pretty solid polish though, so I tossed it in there. Another little pet wood down there. All right, let's see if we can get some of these out of here. Oh, there's another money. See, I knew we had another one. At least one more. There's another pet wood. And another pet wood. When in doubt, throw some pet wood in it. If the barrel's just not quite full enough or it's got too many slabbity things in it, pet wood always is a great filler. Bob's will be live tomorrow. Not sure what time, but a special unboxing. Yeah, little sand dollars, right, Soul? Little rock dollars. So be sure, everybody, to go over and check out Bob's. See what's up with the special unboxing. That's not enticing at all, Bob. Thanks for that. Okay, we'll shift gears here. Jennifer, this was the Jennifer tumbler is what I called it. And Jennifer sent this beautiful pink rock. Do you guys remember it? Oh my gosh, these are turning out so super nice. And it did fracture in the big saw, and Ma and I were like, that's okay, we'll keep some of those little pieces. Which reminds me, I have a little piece of that I didn't tumble, that I put aside just for Ma. Why is that not playing over there? It's really, it would be cool if it would. So, but I did put some of it in the tumbler. I couldn't help myself. I had to see. I knew it would look like candy. There's a couple more tiny little pieces. Oh my gosh, aren't they wonderful? Look, a little triangle with a triangle inside of it. Oh, the banding in that one is just to die for. So cool. I know, yummy. Yeah, very, very yummy. Patricia, I agree. Many hearts for that. Whoop, it slides around on the water. Hydroplanes around. Oh my gosh, seriously? I can't get enough of that. That's some super, super good stuff there. Thank you, Jennifer, for sending that my direction. More than happy to have been able to cut and tumble some of that. I love the pink too. It's so stinking cool. Oh, I love that one. Yes. Again, one more week. And I mean, they're small, but how charming. How freaking charming. Oh my gosh. Okay. Some more. This is probably a Montana. Yeah, we're gonna swing gears back to some stuff that's familiar to you, Bison. Oh, this is a local piece. This actually, my brother started polishing this piece years ago, and he never ever finished it. And so I went ahead and threw that into the tumbler. Yeah, it's got some fractures on it and stuff, but it's got some cool color. Okay, let's look at the little guys. Oh, I love this little pair. I love this little pair. Oh my goodness. Ha 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 ha. Aren't those special? Yeah, little fires. Yes. Uh-huh, that's a special little rock. I wonder how all of the rest of these. Oh, this is a pair for sure. Oh, the fiery colors up in there. Oh my goodness. And again, most people wouldn't really probably be brave enough to do this. These are pretty little grabby little guys. And this stuff, I mean, isn't going to polish nice. But the rest of it sure is. I'll take two, please. And this one must have been a piece of, I don't know, another I'm not sure where he fell off of. And probably this one. Must have been the other half of this one. That's cool. Oh, okay. Holy cow. Okay, that was fun. Let's go ahead and drop all that stuff back in the tumbler though, because like I say, it has one more week to go. All right. And what goes in the next barrel is now up for discussion. Excuse me just a second. Cheers and stay hydrated. Sorry, I did just cheers the camera. Sorry about rocking and rolling you. And then we wonder why we have audio issues. Okay. Okie dokie. Whoops, I forgot the rocks. I brought the barrel, but I forgot the rocks. Okay. We have, I think for starters, I want to throw like as much of this in here as I possibly can. And this is all AZ stuff. Well, stuff that they sent anyways. This is stuff that Joseph bid on in their auction and won. And of course, right away I took it to the trim saw and took these down just a little bit into some more like jewelry size pieces. So hopefully when these are done, there'll be something I can wire wrap or pinch clasp or whatever, and somebody can adore them that way. This is all from the claim, he says. Fantastic. We're gonna look at it. I think this is gonna be a killer piece. Just the shape of this one kind of reminds me of this one that we just finished. And so I'm excited about this one a little bit. More than a little bit, a lot. I'm just a lot. Whew. Sweet, ma. And this piece and this piece, actually all three of these, I think, were friendly in some way with each other. I'm really not sure now. Yeah, put it back together now. But you can't. Somebody smarter than me sees how it fits. But I love this. This is almost that blurple color. Ooh-wee. Oh, lava. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness, isn't that going to be pretty out of the tumbler? Holy schmoly. Oh, look, there's a little heart in it. There's a heart in it. Oh, we gotta ding the thing because lava did the thing again. We gotta give him a little bell dinger, dinger, dinger. Little saw blade ding-a-ling. Ding, 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 ding. Ding. And I would say that these two were buddies at one point in time until I chopped them in half. And that's going to be stunning once it's tumbled. Oh my goodness. Oh, shoot. Oh my goodness. Gosh, I just can't wait to see this stuff finished. Thank goodness we had a little sneak peek. I'm gonna put him in the little side. We had a little sneak peek of what their stuff can look like. Yeah, the plumes, right? Oh my goodness. Look at that mossy mess. Oh my goodness. Everything's wet enough. I can just flip it over. Holy cow. See, and I wanted to just go ahead and this doesn't even have to make jewelry. We're just going to polish this. Hopefully there's enough meat on the bone here that we don't lose the edge of this. And if we do, oh well, it'll stay body and we'll have a mini piece for Ma. Oh, I love the two little red eyes down there. That's so cool. By the way, stuff at Karen's sale. Holy cow. And yeah, congratulations, Brian and Julie. You guys got some really pretty stuff coming your way from the very talented Miss Karen in her ozone studio. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so no point in chopping that up. Let's just tumble that whole. Yeah. Again, we don't want everything sticking together in there and being too flat and cabby. So we've got to find some stuff. Some of this is flat and cabby too. So we got to find some stuff. Here's a little piece of, I don't know, maybe some pet wood or something that I cut the other day. Kind of grit grabby, but we're going to do it, right? Oh, so talented. So talented. Gosh, I don't have a lot here. There are a couple pieces of pet wood. Like I say, when in doubt, throw some pet wood in there. And these are local finds. They get so covered in this stuff that never ever comes off. Theo's talked about it too. This stuff, it doesn't come off very good in the shaker either. I've tried it in the shaker, and if you really stick after it, eventually it'll kind of loosen. But it is the most miserable stuff. In fact, like, one of the only ways I've found to get some of that stuff off is just to, like, smack the crap out of my piece with the back of a... In fact, there's my whacker knife. I have a really crappy knife, excuse me, that I've used to pry and, you know, poke and all kinds of things that would make my significant other, who's kind of a foodie, cry. So he wants his kitchen knives in good working order. And when I do things like this to it, it would just make him sad to see me do that with a real knife. So I have one that's just for this. But one of the only ways I can even attempt to get this crap off is to just, like, I'd be absolutely evil. And even that, so you can see some of that stuff did in fact come off there. But even that, that's not a good solution in any way, shape, or form on how to see what's under that, ever. So one of the best ways when I find these rocks that are covered with this stuff, one of the best things to do with them is just stick them in the tumbler. So we'll do that with those two pet woods. Look, I have the end piece of Lesby Rockin's rock that she picked out of the rock adoption. Those are going in there for sure. And here's another little chunk of Les's rock. It's pretty cabby, which is kind of defeating the idea of what we're doing over here. Yes, this is going in. How much of that will survive? I don't know. Let's get zoomed in a little bit now that we looked at my crappy knife. This is awesome. Way awesome. This is just dark petwood. We'll put him in there because he's the right shape. There's another money that I never got in. Again, pretty slabby cabby shaped, but maybe just exactly the wedgy shape we need to get into something there. Let's see. Is there an end on Joseph's rock? There is, but it's pretty flat. Oop. Loading the barrel, loading the barrel, loading the barrel. Loading the barrel. It's a pretty agate that I found. I wondered if this was the kind of agate that has the teeny tiny fossils in it, and I looked at it under the microscope and it's not. It's just kind of bubbly, but it needs a tumble, so we'll throw it in. Look, a piece of petwood. When in doubt, throw a piece of petwood in there. Here's another piece. We'll throw him in there too. How are we looking? Like we could use one more rock. That's gonna be killer. Yeah, it's going in. Sorry, as I elbow you guys. All right, that's looking better. That's almost proper fullness. We could maybe throw a little tiny beanaroo or something in there, but it's getting about proper fullness. It do need some more water, and I also, you know, obviously have to add the grit to it too, but that is like a barrel full of AZ rock hounding delight. Oh my gosh, there's so much good stuff in there. We could put a few more pieces in there. Let's put a couple of Joseph's crab rock piece in there. There's one. Let's do... Get him wet so you can see him. This is AZ stuff too. Put a chunk of that in there too. Just because we can. Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited. Hey, Eric the Cosmic Cat. Welcome. Yeah, John's here. Howdy ho, John. Wet the rock, wet the rock. Are there any more of Joseph's? That one was kind of big. They're all kind of big. I'd like to maybe chop them down a little more before we do any more, so. Ken is here? Yes, the spicy ghost is here. Welcome, boo. Oh my. Definitely what Brian said there, or what Julie said there. We were looking at some beautiful bot holes earlier. Let me spill those all over. Let's not say we did. Let's come back and look at some of these. How much stinking fun is all of that? Woo! These little purple pieces. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Some of this stuff from Brian and Julie, to die for. To die for. Absolutely stunning. Holy shoot. Oh, that piece. Where's the flashlight? Before I sat down, I thought everything is here. Yes, it is. Good golly. Look how freaking yummy that is. Just in case you needed that and you're, to finalize the night. Oy, oy, oy. Oh, shoot. We're doing this. Oh, my gosh. Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at, hey, everybody, look at that. Hey, everybody, look at Brian and Julie's rock. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Beezers, I swear I left the door open for you. Is it really not open? You really need me? Yeah. Tons of fun stuff. Oh my gosh. I'm a happy camper. I'm a happy girl. We're looking, says AD. we're looking. Okay, we see it. We see it, okay. Oh, seriously though. Some of that stuff is just way too cool. Oh, I'm in love. I absolutely think some of this stuff is going to be so much fun to work with, give away, play with, make jewelry out of. Oh my gosh. That hole goes all the way through. So we got the 2 barrels loaded back up. One more week to go on the the J&V rocks. Hey bear. And the stuff from Jennifer, which we can see that beautiful pink right there. And then again, some of those Malawis and stuff. Holy cow. One more week. And then we have a barrel full of AZ Rock Counting Expedition stuff. And I mean, pretty much solely. There's a few pieces of petwood and a couple Montana agates and stuff in there, like I say, just to keep those cabs broke apart from each other so they don't stick too bad to the bottom of the barrel or to each other. I did cut a couple blues. I took them in the kitchen and put them in the shaker. So we've got some of that going on too. I still haven't made any more progress on the one that's in the big saw. I was getting ready to the other day, but Prairie Kid went to bed at like 9 o'clock and I was like, oh, I was just getting ready to do some cutting. You're going to bed so early? Okay. So I worked on some packages instead. So that was good. Yeah, survived Friday the 13th, mostly, barely, mostly, some, mostly some. Yeah, it's been, yeah, kind of an odd one. So, this is an older house. Very much so older house. And I wake up the other day to my landline ringing, which no one ever calls my landline. I was like, what the heck? And I mean, I like sit straight up and answer the phone. It's early in the morning too. And I'm like, hello? And whoever it is knows my name. And I'm like, yeah, this is her. And the guy says, this is Ryan from the electrical company. And your house is blah, 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 foreign language, electrician talk, something, something hot, switching, flicking, switching, sensors, overheating, unit wall, line in, unit out. I mean, the stuff, whatever he said to me, I have no idea what the heck he said. And so he finishes talking and I literally tell him that I have no idea what you just said to me. I have absolutely no idea. And he says, will you be around between 1:30 and 2 o'clock this afternoon? I'll swing by and show you what I'm talking about. And I'm like, yeah, I'll be here. So this is how I start my yesterday. And so I get up and I get moving around a little bit, and I kind of get a hold of some people, and I'm like, have you ever heard of something like this? Like, what the heck is going on? And my dad sends a old work buddy of his over, and I wake my oldest son up. I'm like, hey, you're gonna have to go talk to this electric guy, because I don't know what the heck he's talking about. Like, please help me out, son. Hey, my north neighbor there. How are ya? Cheers to you. What a mild winter we're having, huh? Everybody say hi to old McNally's honey. So anyway, the guy comes and he shows my dad's friend and my oldest son how old and decrepit this breaker box is outside the house, and the line coming into the house and all of that stuff, right? And I'm in folding laundry. I'm just gonna like let these guys none of it makes any sense to me. I'm not electrically inclined. So my son comes in and he's like, hey mom, will you come out here and talk with us about what's going on? And I'm like, yes. And I come around the corner and the guy's standing right there in that entryway, and he explains to me again what is happening, and I still don't understand. We're overheating in something, and it's dangerous, and if we don't fix it, it's gonna overheat, and we're gonna not have power. So let's fix it before, like, it's still working. It's just like getting hot and tripping something sometimes. So let's fix it before it doesn't. And here's about the ballpark price range. And I'm like, whew, that's actually not as bad as I thought you were gonna say. Like, the price to fix it, I mean, it's expensive, but it's money that I've been kind of sitting on anyway, just in case I decide to go to Tucson for the Gem and Mineral Show. But I think I'd rather have some power into the house. So scrap that. We can start saving again later for a Tucson trip. But anyway, I'm telling the guy, oh, thank goodness that's not as bad as I thought you were going to say, because I know for a fact that the wiring in this house is very old, and I thought it would be a little more expensive fix than the price he quoted me. And I bet he's being safe. I bet it's probably not that expensive. But my oldest son comes around the corner right at that moment in time, and the guy's saying, like, yeah, it's not my favorite part of the job to come tell people that they have to do this kind of thing, replace these things and stuff. And my son says, yeah, you're not what I expected either. I expected some college-educated electrician, 300-pound guy with half his butt crack hanging out. And I was like, he has a point. Thank goodness. There was no butt crack hanging out. So, and he was very nice. And the guy was like, well, I'm glad I could, not be that for you today. My kid, he says that kind of stuff, like. And he knows when to bite his tongue and when to let her rip. Like, he can feel people out. Like, he knows when his grandma's friends would not appreciate a colorful joke. But he and this guy had just spent the last half hour outside talking electric stuff, And he was like, yeah, I'm glad you weren't some big dude with your butt crack out. Like, oh my goodness. I need to fix it before we don't have power out here on the prairie. Oh, boot. Yes. Yes, John. I was drinking out of my butthole cup that morning too, so I'm glad I didn't curse us. So I'm glad that it's tripping whatever sensor it's tripping, wherever it's tripping, and it's telling them that things are getting hot before we have a total meltdown. I think that's what's happening here. I guess, like I say, They might as well be talking a foreign, like go ahead and sit down. Let me start telling you about rocks. Like, do you understand a word of what I'm saying? Probably not. Those senses be tripping. Exactly. Exactly. So yeah, we're gonna have to get that fixed. Oh, thank goodness it was minus a show of a butthole of a different kind. So, on that note, oh, Eric, as your attorney, I'd advise you to cover your butthole. Oh, goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. He is legit from the power company. Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was. Yeah. Yeah, and again, like, you wake up at, 8 o'clock in the morning to your landline ringing, and you're like, what the heck? What is going on? And he's like, units and lines and flow and blah, blah, blah. I was like, I don't know what you're talking about, dude. I really am sorry. I failed to follow. Adventures out here on the prairie, you guys. Oh, these buttholes and flows and, lines and even these kind of units and stuff, we could talk all night about this kind of stuff, but when it comes to electricity, and yeah, got shocked once real bad when I was a kid, and I've kind of been a little gun shy ever since. Yeah, here's my advice: do not stick metal things in the outlet. I thought it was customary too, AZ. But it's pretty chilly out here, so a guy's prone to wearing some long johns and covering it all up. You'd hate to get a draft in your butthole. Oh, goodness. Oh, shoot. Anyway, that got awesome in a heck of a hurry, thanks to my kid and me repeating everything he had to say. So anyway. Well, they should be, Brian, but sometimes you gotta do, even if you're in the privacy of your own home, you're doing it publicly. You're oh, that's so pretty. The little butthole in that one. But yeah, if they're not dry, you gotta give them a little blow right in the butthole. That dries them right out. All right. The professionalism has gone just way down the chute, so we should probably call it a night. I think it's usually my night to hang out with Lava Bison. I'm sure he's on his way up publicly and on a live stream. I mean, to each his own, right? I think we're probably going to work on a couple of more balls tonight. Some more Doradonga balls. I actually don't know if I've ever said this publicly or not, because it is quite a steep mountain to climb, and I'm not sure I'll get her climbed, and I don't ever want to say something and then fail, but I'm going to say it. I want to make a Doradonga solar system, and so I'm working on my sun right now. I had to go, and of course, you're going to need to use your imagination just a little bit. So this was like as big as I could really handle, like almost was too big. I had a heck of a time with this one. Even just its own weight shifting between hands was enough to crack it. And so I had a really, really hard time with this one, but this is hopefully going to be my sun. And again, it's as big as I could go. So you're going to have to use your imagination just a little bit. Things are not going to be to proper proportion. you know, my earth is not going to be 152 times smaller than my sun. So again, you'll have to use your imagination just a little bit, but I'll try to get them to like the right kind of size scale with each other that I possibly can, and get them as close to the right color as I possibly can. Holy cow, the wind is being crazy. Oh, it's a lava bison sneaking in the back door. It's like, man, the wind is rocking and rolling. Oh, yeah, your imagination is not safe here for sure. I will open the door and leave it wide open. Wait, yeah, I'm definitely not making them real size. I can't. But, yeah, the sun is finally drying. That one was really, really hard for me because, like, literally just barely fits in my hands, and it would start to crack under its own weight, and I'd try to turn it over and catch it from cracking, and then it would crack on this side, and so back into the bag. Enough of the childish glitter got her humor. Yes, we are moving on to pantyhose and dirt balls and ball sacks. There, it's a little ball hammock. I made a little ball hammock so it could start. Again, I kept having to put it back into the plastic bag, into the plastic sack, and like really slowly dry it because it wanted to crack every stinking time I touched it. So it's finally into this container where it's got some air around it instead of being smothered in the plastic. And so again, slow drying process. You have to go slow or it'll crack. So finally got it moved over to a little ball hammock. A lot of work still to do on that one, but yeah, I think that's kind of a fun goal to try to make a whole solar system. And I really don't want to start any Pluto controversy. I just want to know, are you pre-Pluto or post-Pluto kind of people in my chat? Who's all like, Pluto's a planet, no change in my mind, and who says, poor old Pluto has to take a back seat, not a planet? Just curious. I'm pro-Pluto as well. Pro-Pluto all day. Yes, yes, go guys, go, go. They can tell us all that, okay, there's a dwarf planet. It's okay, Ma. It's okay. She's still calling it a planet. She's just calling it a very tiny planet. And Ma likes tiny things. So, of course, she went with the term dwarf planet. I love Pluto. That's a great answer, Soul. That's my answer. I'm adopting Soul's answer. I love Pluto. Gosh, boot. Yeah. There will be a tiny Pluto in my planetarium, in my planet scheme. For sure. For sure. It'll be very tiny. We should discuss Uranus. It turns the wrong freaking way. Oh. Who wants to know? Oh, John wants to know how much the sun ball weighs. I wish they'd take him back. Oh. Yeah, I agree, Eric. Uranus is going to sit right in between the other two balls that I make. Anyway. Good answer, Bear. Good answer. Oh, what else do we know? There is a big rock in the saw. So, again, you can only handle these balls until they start to crack, and then you've got to stop, put them back in the sack, and let them stay wet. It's a very slow drying process. So in between of that, and the other, and the other, and the other, maybe we'll get that rock finished cutting and get a new one in. And be ready with look, I just emptied this bag full of stuff to go in the tumbler. So be ready for the next one, which is next week. So, yeah, that's a great song. Oh, you guys are wonderful. Anyway, yeah, there's never a dull moment here. I don't know how to sit still very good, and so I'm always busy doing something. You just, yeah, between polishing balls and blowing bot holes, I am having a great day over here every day, even if it's Friday the 13th. Oh, yeah, you know, so sometimes you need a nutsack and sometimes you need a ball hammock. So yeah, two different things and both very handy in different situations. So you guys rock. Thank you guys so much for hanging out tonight, and everybody who made me ring the saw blade tonight, thank you. I'm glad we got to hang out and chat, even if it was kind of a weird day. Friday the 13th. You either made it or you didn't. I hope you all made it. And hopefully your Saturday doesn't have any residual Friday the 13th on it if it was bad for you. Hopefully you can just shake it all off and get on with your week and your weekend. I can't believe we're chatting on the weekend. That's crazy, you guys. It's all of your guys' Friday, but it was kind of like my Monday, so. Thank you guys for joining me. We'll do the song. And we'll put a couple of these back up for us to look at. Oh my gosh, how do you even pick a couple of these? No. Pretty rocks out on the prairie. Pretty rocks are everywhere. Pretty rocks for us to look at. Pretty rocks are everywhere. There's a pink one and a green one and a blue one and a yellow one. And they all are very pretty. And they all are everywhere. Thank you guys so much for watching. And in a world where you can choose to be anything, choose to be kind of a rock hound. I'll see you guys